So next up, we have a presentation from Limeade with the ticker code LME, an immersive employee wellbeing company. To tell us more, today I am joined by CEO Henry Ulbrich. Good morning, Henry.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Am I coming through okay?
You are. You're perfect. Let me bring up your presentation.
Great. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I'm Henry Ulbrich. I'm the CEO of Limeade. I'm based here in the Seattle, Washington area, west coast of the U.S. Look forward to seeing you all in person, I hope, in Sydney and Melbourne in December on my next trip down. A little bit about the company background. So we are 300 people. Founded the business in my basement 16 years ago, and now we have almost 350 people, 94% recurring revenue, software as a service business, and we're in the business of culture building. So we have well-being or wellness, which is the core of our business in the North American market, something called EX, which is employee experience, and then advanced listening, which is how you listen to your employees, take pulses and polls and surveys and keep them moving. We're largely an enterprise-focused company. Our median size business that we serve in the well-being and EX spaces is about 15,000 employees. And then in the listening space, it's more of a mid-market target, several hundred employees company. This is just about the technology underpinning what we do. There's science and there's technology. We know from our science that when employees perceive care for their physical, emotional, financial, and work well-being, for their life at work, how they're treated by their managers and their leaders, they perform better. They stay they're 7 times more likely to want to stay at that company 3 or more years. And we see lower burnout, lower turnover, and all the things that the modern state of the workplace demands. And so we're really excited about the demand we're seeing. I'll talk to that in a minute. And the underpinning of it is through web and app and mobile experiences in the flow of work in Microsoft Teams and Viva. We provide a whole series of activities, rewards, listening, updates, integrations, actions. Think of it as that one employee app that everyone goes to care for themselves and to connect to their company. And then a whole bunch of rich business intelligence on the back end that helps companies see how included are people feeling, how burnt out are people feeling, where's the turnover going to happen next year using advanced artificial intelligence, machine learning, et cetera. So that's the core of our product, and you can see some little screens there. ESG, environmental sustainability and governance, is a massive trend in the investment world. And having a company that's public, that is intentional and incredibly values-based in how we build our board and our governance practices and how we care for the environment is super important to us as a company. And here's just a couple examples I'll pick out. One is, I believe that we have the most diverse board of directors, probably anywhere, but certainly on the ASX. I'd love to be called out for that if someone finds a more diverse board, and I will eat those words. Very rare amongst tech companies. Over half of our employees are women in the company, including over half the company also in management. We're in the range of 40 to 60% at every level of the company's men and women, starting from the board, the C-suite, the VPs, directors, managers, and individual contributor employees. And we give back, not just in the way we manage our environmental resources, but also giving back to the world at large. These are trends that are important to us culturally, that send a message to our people that we care about our customers and the communities we serve. And it helps our business as well. And quickly about the market, it's really big, $70 billion, growing 12%, and a lot of challenges. I probably don't need to reread the newspaper headlines to you, but massive amounts of employee turnover in the US, huge mental health crisis. I heard the other day that 41% of adult workers are abusing alcohol in ways they weren't before the pandemic. And remote work is the new normal for everyone in the world. The financials of the company on the next slide. Quickly, we're about this is all US dollars, by the way, so you can gross it up a little bit for AUD. High margin business, 76% gross margin, 56 million revenue, a little bit of a loss-making business, but we do have a clear path to breaking even cash flow in 6 quarters from now in Q4 2023. We're on that path. highly recurring revenue, still lots of cash in the bank. And again, probably rare amongst a lot of health and wellness or tech companies. Our average deal size in our core business is over $500,000 a year. And even in the mid-market, it's a more repeatable $10,000 a year business. Just really quickly, I would say it's a very diverse. We'll focus on the donut chart at the left, though we all know donuts are a little unhealthy. Very distributed amongst sectors. Our biggest sector is healthcare, but industrial and education, nonprofit, tech, finance, transport, all a reasonable size and a very diversified set of marquee customers. Some of the biggest and best companies in the world use Limeade, ranging in size from a few thousand employees to over 350,000 at certain customers. And we'll wrap up. I know there'll be probably some Q&A. The growth strategy is quite clear. Focus on executing on the massive pipeline we have right now. We announced in our 4C a couple of weeks ago that we have $16.3 million in the last two stages of our sales pipeline. Next slide, in Q1, we actually signed 60 new contracts, a few larger enterprise and a lot in the mid-market, and just a huge pipeline, as I mentioned. And we're a seasonal business, but now's the time when we start winning verbal awards of business and closing deals. So it's a stock that's traded at a very tiny fraction of where we were at the same rough size when we went public. And this is a sector that is absolutely ripe for growth. And Limeade is absolutely a pioneer and innovator, and we'll be having exciting announcements soon financially in the future. So very strong pipeline is probably the key takeaway here. And then lastly, I would just say thank you. Look forward to any questions and answers. Please follow up with me directly, or we have our investor relations information on the last slide. But we are reconfirming our guidance. Sorry, I got that out of order. We are reconfirming our guidance for the year. We did as at April when we did our 4C, and we feel very confident, and we wouldn't have done it otherwise. So thanks again. Look forward to your questions and any follow-ups.
Great presentation. We've had a few questions come through. I'm going to jump into them.
Great,
so
please.
Although the company is focused very much on the US market, are there plans to expand into other territories or other countries?
Yeah, absolutely. We have offices right now in the Bellevue, Washington area, in Canada, in Germany, and in Saigon, Vietnam. And we absolutely are a global company. We serve employees in over 100 countries, in over 19 languages. And we are absolutely pursuing large enterprise accounts right now in Australia, all throughout Europe, and in North America. Our core market is North America, but we are absolutely a global business. Thank you.
Thank you. And also, you did mention that you've sort of got the 3 different business divisions. Do you have any plans to expand that offering in the future?
I would say we absolutely think there's a lot of opportunity to add new areas. When we say employee experience, it actually covers a lot. It could be anything from onboarding and learning and recognition and health and wellness and benefits offerings, performance management, coaching conversations, listening and surveys. And we also do some cool listening with things like getting data from devices and knowing how well you're sleeping and things like that. Obviously, very careful with privacy and security there. But we see a lot of room for expansion under the umbrella of employee experience. And Microsoft has recently entered that market with their Microsoft Viva offering, saying we are an employee experience platform. And we view that as actually a really great thing for Limeade, because we can now embed our experiences into the broader Microsoft platform as well. So short answer is yes, you got the long one.
Perfect. Well, look, after the past 2 years we've had, it's definitely worthwhile looking into your business as well. So thank you so much for joining us, Henry.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day.